All right, guys, so if you're in America and you're looking to actually do official competitions, the best way to get into that is to jump on the internet and look at some stuff. Startingstrongman.com, NAS strongman.com, North American strongman.com, and US strongman.com. You check them out. They host shows everywhere. It's year-round. There's competitions all over the place. I promise you, there'll be one within driving distance twice a year for you at least. You wanna do a show that you feel comfortable with everything. And my suggestion is your first competition, I would compete as a novice. There's no reason for you to jump in and try and do like maximal stuff. You need to do a full show and feel how that feels. And see what it's like being out there in the sun all day, being exhausted, having your adrenaline just crash, and then having to keep going. It's what I did. I did a show in Idaho, my first show, and I competed as a novice, and I did terrible. And then I did a show about a month later in California, and I competed as a heavyweight open, and I did terribly decent. You want to get some experience under your belt. You can look at those sites. They have competitions everywhere. It's real easy to find. And then once you have that idea in your head, give yourself a couple months, find a spot, find a competition a couple months out, train for that, and it'll help you to set a goal, to work towards those weights, those numbers, and it gives you a reward. When you go out there and you compete, there's nothing like that, especially when you're getting into your first couple shows and you bleed on the battlefield with your brothers and you just have a blast, man. Have a beer afterwards. It's a good time. So I would definitely suggest competing as a novice and taking your time. And the first year I competed, I think I did 6 or 8 shows, which was a lot because I started halfway through the year. And, I don't know if I'd suggest that for everyone because I was beat up pretty bad. You want to be smart, but having goals and having to be responsible for actually doing what you're saying you want to do. So like being accountable for the weights that you're trying to get, being accountable in front of a crowd, and you tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friends you're gonna compete, and then they're gonna ask you afterwards how you did. Being accountable like that, it's a motivation that, like, honestly, it got me into the sport because I actually love being competitive. I love telling people I'm gonna be able to do something and then going and doing it. It's that competitiveness inside you gets all fired up, and that's the love of the sport. So, take your time, have fun, and there's tons of shows, tons of them, all over the place, man. And you just check out those 3 websites: startingstrongman.com, nasstrongman.com, and ussstrongman.com. Google strongman shows, find something. I would try and steer away from unofficial shows. They tend to be kind of janky. You don't want to run around with loose weights and get hurt. You want somebody who actually knows what they're doing, so that way you can feel safe as you can in this idiotic sport. But you get out there and compete. That's the best part of this sport, man. Get out there and bang with the big boys. And if you have any other questions, you wanna know any type of stuff that's more specific to you, just leave a message, leave a comment on the website, and we'll get back to you.